Situated in a place of outstanding beauty, Lake Garda has long been appreciated and enjoyed by locals and tourists alike. Lake Garda, just a few kilometers from the city of Verona, is the largest of the Italian lakes. Peschiera del Garda is a river and lake town near important routes to the upper lake region, Verona, Mantua, and Brescia. Peschiera rises where the waters of Lake Garda enter the Mincio, the river which flows through the Po Valley after having dug its course through the Morainic Hills. The town center of Peschiera is a special attraction indeed, for it was built in the middle of an enormous fortress in the form of a five-sided star and is completely surrounded by water. Among shaded porticos, splendid buildings, slender towers, and picturesque little streets lined with artisan shops, Peschiera has maintained its ancient traditions. The unique atmosphere of Peschiera's many cobblestone streets invites the visitor to take a stroll and admire its many ancient buildings and their charming architectural details. On the other side of the castle is a charming pedestrian zone of the small historic center. Strolling leisurely around the village center, taking a boat ride, or exploring the breathtaking natural surroundings by car, bicycle, or on foot are some of the best ways of enjoying the lively atmosphere of the lake and the beauty of the town. Fascinating example of a town still largely contained within its medieval walls, L'Assisi looks out from the eastern shores of the Beneco, where the lake is at its widest, at the foot of the hills that form the morainic amphitheater of Lake Garda. Impressive relics of its medieval splendor have been preserved, including the magnificent castle and the Scaliger walls that still enclose the historical center. Beginning at the end of the 12th century, L'Assisi was acquired by the Scaligeri, Verona's ruling family, only to be taken away by the Visconti. It later fell under Venetian dominion and would live through various vicissitudes until the unification of Italy. A stroll through L'Azize reveals the characteristic streets of the center, which bear witness to the architectural styles of a former era, but which continue to give the town its unique atmosphere. For centuries, L'Azize has been a holiday destination, as can be seen from the town's splendid villas. It is pleasant to stroll through the town's medieval streets lined with boutiques, artisan shops, and wine stores. L'Azize was once an autonomous town under the Romans, with a port used for commercial traffic with the entire lake. Typical fishing boats are moored in its picturesque and charming little port. On the Lungo Lago Esperia, a path reserved for pedestrians and cyclists extends along the lakeshore. The Passeggiata Riva Lunga, or stroll along the lakeshore, stretches from L'Azize to Garda and beyond, for 9 kilometers of shoreline, nearly to Punta San Vigilio. With its wealth of history and remnants of bygone eras, L'Azize is certainly one of the oldest towns on Lake Garda. Located at the center of the Riviera of the Olive Trees on a gulf between Mirabello and Cornicello, Bardolino is one of the most enchanting towns on Lake Garda. Strolling through the center of Bardolino, one happens upon the typical streets that bear witness to the architectural styles of an earlier era, and today add color and life to the town's atmosphere. Nestled between towering hills and vineyards, this resort town has given its name to one of Italy's most popular wines. Bardolino has it all, from ancient origins to picturesque pastel-colored buildings and a lovely position on the lakeside. The main street and Piazza Matteotti lead to the parish church of Saints Niccolò and Severo. This magnificent church in the Corinthian style with wide pronaos is the work of Bartolomeo Giuliari. Lake Garda spreads over parts of 3 regions: the province of Brescia in Lombardy, the province of Verona in the Veneto, and the province of Trent in Trentino Alto Adige. The northern end of the lake is elongated in shape, where it pushes into the Alps mountain chain, while its southern end widens and extends toward the Veneto-Lombardy regions, where it occupies a portion of the Po Valley. Another enjoyable way to move about the lake is by boat. One can travel from one town to another aboard speedy hydrofoils and catamarans, or take in the tranquility the lake offers aboard a slower cruise boat. The lake is an ideal place for those who like to windsurf, sail, or canoe, but also for those who enjoy pleasure boating, sport fishing, and swimming.